Hello, in this tutorial you're going to learn all about the essentials of Google Docs. To begin, you can open Google Drive, click the New button, and then select Google Docs, or alternatively, you can open docs.google.com to take you to the Google Docs hub and click Blank Document. So let's begin by creating one. The first thing you should do is probably set a title. You can do that by simply clicking the title here and renaming it. And you can type just like in any text editor, but whatever you type will automatically save, as you can see here. It'll save to Google Drive, so you don't have to manually keep pressing save. And it's a little bit slow because I don't have very good internet right now. But if you want to change the font, there's a font size menu here. Simply click the font, then you can choose one from the list here, or you can choose more fonts for all the fonts that Google Docs has to offer. And there are fonts from many different languages, as you can see here, and you can sort them in several different ways, alphabetically, popularity, or the date, or if they're trending. And that's the basics for fonts. If you want to change the size, the minimum is size 1 and the maximum is size 400. Or I could just open it. I don't have to choose from this menu. I can just type it in, and this is size 400. And if I want to apply any effects to the text that I'm writing, I can click these buttons, or I can use their respective shortcuts. For example, Control B for bolding, Control I for italicizing, and Control U for underlining. I can easily change the text color by clicking this button here and selecting one from the menu, or I can make a custom color by pasting in a hex code or selecting one from the menu. And I can change it back to black like that. I can change the text highlight just like how I changed the text color. You'll notice that custom color that I made is here. It'll apply in all color menus. You'll see all of your custom colors. And when I choose the highlight color, I am able to make that the background of the text that I'm writing. And I can also make links by clicking the link button here or doing Control K on my keyboard. So let's do that right now. So there's my link right there, and if I simply click apply like that, then the link will become the title of the link. However, I can change it and I can name it something else, and it'll still work like any normal link. I can click it and it will open Google. I can also copy this link to my clipboard, and I can remove the link to make it just a typical word. Next, I can add comments. As you may have noticed, the button keeps appearing. Let me write an example. As you can see, I have written a sentence over here. If I highlight it and then click the comment button either here, or if I do Control-Alt-M on my keyboard, I will have this comment pop-up appear here, and I can write a comment. And I can either press Control-Enter, or I can press the comment button to send that there. And other people who I share this with will be able to see this comment here, and I can remove the comment by clicking the Resolve button. However, the comment will still appear in the comment history area here, and I can reopen it to make it reappear, as you can see. And those are the basics of comments. I might go in depth in another tutorial. And to insert an image, there are several ways of doing it. I have copied to my clipboard an image, and I can paste it by right-clicking and clicking paste, or I can do Control-V to paste it. So that's the fastest way of inserting an image, I think. For example, you could search up what you want to paste in Google. I searched for the Google Docs logo, and then I right-clicked the image, I clicked copy, and I pasted it here. That's probably the fastest and most easy, or perhaps, I guess, the method with the most options. I'll explain why in a minute. You can also insert by uploading from your computer, or you could use this search the web button. You can upload from Google Drive, Google Photos, you can paste the image URL, or you can take a picture from your camera. And if you click the search the web button, it's basically Google Images but in a sidebar in Google Docs. However, it doesn't always pick up all the images that you'll find by simply searching in a new tab, which is why I did that instead of searching here. But it works mostly the same. But you won't get all the accurate images. See, only a few of them are even related to Google, and very few of them even contain the Google Docs logo. In fact, only one. I'll X this out. And the next thing you might want to know is how to change the alignment of the text you're writing. For example, right now, this text is on the left side of the document. It's always aligned to the left side. However, I can align it to the center, the right, or I can use the justify method, which I'm not sure entirely how it works. Yeah, but that's about it for text alignment. If you want to make a numbered or bulleted list, it's pretty simple. You can simply type 1 dash and press space for it to become a numbered list. I can use different. I can press enter after writing something for the line for a new line to appear, or I can just delete the list. And if I want to make a bulleted list, I can press space, dash, space again, and I now have a bullet here. And I can also do this with an asterisk instead. For example, asterisk space, and now I have another bulleted list. So moving away from lists, you can also share your document to other people, which I think is one of the most well-known features of Google Docs, because it allows you to do live collaboration with someone else. I can press the share button over there in the corner, and I can type in someone's name or email address, and they will pop up here. For example, I can type in my alt account, which, hold on. Yeah, as you can see, I started writing the email address, and it appeared, and I can simply send it like that. I can give them either editing, commenting, or viewing access. If I give them editing access, they'll be able to do almost everything I can except delete the document. And I can also give them commenting access, which will allow them to only comment, but they can also give revisions and suggestions. I can also give them view-only access, which will not allow them to do anything but view the document. And they will be able to download it under certain circumstances unless you disable it. You will also notice this Get Shareable Link button up here. If I click this, then I will be given this link. If anyone pastes in this link into their browser bar, they will be able to open this document. Now, you'll notice there's also a drop-down menu here that says anyone with the link can view. That means anyone with this link will be able to view the document only. I can also make it so that anyone can comment or anyone can edit, but this can get a little bit chaotic, especially if you're in a school environment. Next, I can click this to copy the link to my clipboard again if I happen to copy something else afterwards. And that is all of the essentials for sharing. And you may notice this, this is a link. I can click on it, and this will pop up here, which allows me to see everything that I and other people have done to the document in the past. For example, if I open this here, I can see all the previous edits I made. Like, I deleted this image here that I pasted in. This one properly shows me adding it. And you can also name versions. For example, I can write image pasted, and it will always be called image pasted. So you might want to do this with documents that are changing a lot when other people are working on them, and maybe you use it for multiple things for multiple instances, and you can name versions here. You can find them easily by clicking this switch, and only named versions will appear. And You can also restore past versions by viewing them and then clicking this button here. And if I exit, there's also a print button over here. If you haven't noticed, you can do Control B to do it rather quickly, but sometimes this glitches out. If you click print, you'll get the regular printing pop-up. And one last thing that you really might need to know at any given time. If you click the help button up here and you enter this little text field, you can search for any feature in Google Docs and the button will probably appear. For example, if I read special characters, the insert special characters button will appear, and I do have a tutorial on this. You'll also be able to view various fonts, and if you already are familiar with Google Docs, you won't be using this as much, but if you're really new to Google and all of its services, this is probably something you will be using very often, not only in Google Documents, but also in Google Slides and Documents and Sheets. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching this tutorial.